8:20 a.m. We are very dark and gloomy out here this morning. The feeding has commenced. You can see we got some peanuts and seed here. Come on down. You ready? Come on down. We're gonna scatter some more about down here. And we'll go ahead, pitch that over there. And you coming down? Where'd you go? Should be popping down anytime. We also have some Juncos that's on the sidelines waiting this morning. Once again, good morning. Go ahead and jump on in there. There you go. Anyways, this is Friday, January 16th, 2026. And well, here about 9 o'clock, we are to be expecting snow. Morning, King. And we got quite a few up here. They're quite nervous because I'm standing here right at the base of the tree. But these guys are pretty fearless when they really want their peanuts. Go ahead, jump on down in there. Come on, King. Come on. There you go, jump in there. You're all right. Yeah, they're very nervous all coming in this morning. I've got all the cats that are busy eating right now. We got a lot of blue jays up here. Yeah, I hear you. Oh, come on, go get something to eat, Batsy. Yeah, you can hear them singing off in the background. They're all wanting to come in, but once again, I'm oh, I see. So they're going back here where I put seed out before, kind of cleaning up that. But of course, we got Oreo that is now stalking them. Go ahead, jump in there. Come on down. Come on. Yeah, maybe I will have to back off just a little bit, so these guys will mosey in and grab their breakfast for the morning before. Yeah, they're starting to throw a fit because I'm standing here. You might have just heard that. Yeah. All right, so we'll go ahead. And yeah, see Oreo's back here. Now causing that much more of a issue. Damn cats. But anyways, once again, very dark and gloomy out here. If I was to actually set the lighting to where what I am seeing, this is more or less what we've got. Yeah. See, as soon as I walked away, boy, they started coming up. But anyways, because of the conditions that are to be unfolding today, I'm doing a little bit of a morning feeding recording here, as these guys are slowly starting to come on down. Come on. You're all right, Jay. That's you up there. Is that Jay? Well, got somebody sneaking in, do we? Yeah, they're taking their time. I guess I've made them a little bit nervous this morning. But then once again, well, go ahead. We got a few up here in the tree. But again, a little bit of nervousness this morning. As soon as I turn my back, I know that they're going to be hopping on in. Come on, Jay. Come on down. Get in there. Well, But anyways, now that YouTube has kind of revamped some options, if you will, there we go. This made it easier for me to be able to go back to my past content, because now we've got this option to where we can view the oldest content rather than the newest. And so therefore, like I said, it's made it a little bit easier for me to backtrack instead of having to scroll and scroll and scroll through, you know, a couple of thousand videos. I can go ahead and just hit that oldest option, bring up some of my original content, and furthermore, well, share it with you guys. But I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of recording with my Canon camera and go back to some of those earlier recordings of mine, as I am going to show the first time. Now, I've already shown the first time that, you know, I did a chemtrailing video that sparked all of my issues on this platform, for the most part, pertaining to that subject matter. But I will also go ahead and show the first time that I ever seen or witnessed a so-called halo. And of course, that also sparked controversy, in which in my video list, there's a couple of follow-up videos after that halo that did spark some controversy, and people were trying to do the naysay of what I was trying to purvey, and that being that it was all fake. And over the years, well, I have proven myself, but the thing is, those halos have gotten even worse looking. Now then, within a lot of my original content, because of the contrail issue, this platform blurred out, aka whitewashed, a lot of my sky observations to where much detail basically was removed because of said whitewashing techniques. Very disgruntling, very disturbing, but very understandable due to their narratives provided throughout the years. But on that note, my fingers are freezing up. Once again, we're supposed to be getting quite a little bit of snowfall, apparently. We've got cats that are still up here crunching and munching. And personally, I think Oreo is a little bit nervous because Wolf is up here. But anyways, this is going on long enough. I'm going to go ahead and do what I plan on doing with the Canon camera, and we shall carry on from that point. Alrighty, we are back. The current time, we can see this is 8:54 a.m. January 16th, 2026. And let's go ahead and swing on over to YouTube land here. I got my brightness set a little high. Okay, so we're going on over to my channel, and of course down to my videos. And okay, so now we have this option here, being able to view the oldest content. Okay, so let's go ahead and click onto that, and we begin at, well, the beginning, in which my first video ever posted was Pareidolia or Dryad, in which, yeah, there was like a tree spirit back here. And that was my very first recording that I ever posted. Now, since this option of being able to view the oldest without having to scroll and scroll and scroll, It appears as though my views are starting to pick up a little bit. Okay, so anyways, we're going to go ahead and scroll on down a little bit. Right there is my first chemtrailing a video that, well, of course, right away earned one of those information banners, if you want to call it information. And then, of course, I followed up with this one here, contrail or chemtrail. And this was severely blurred out, okay? And furthermore, I don't believe there's any audio to it for unknown reasons. Okay, so, and then we get two suns. And then I started questioning rain. Okay. Yeah, rainbow sunbeams. Now, this one here was one of my favorites. The rainbow sky trident. We'll go ahead and flip this around. And you might be able to see why I called it the rainbow sky trident. And again, I don't think this had any sound to it. But we had some... let's go ahead and drop this lighting back down. See if we can get a little better viewing here. Comfort view. And we'll go ahead and leave that as is. And I'm probably still not picking up all that great within this recording, because I do have the brightness still somewhat turned up. Okay, so that was really cool to capture that. And yeah, let's go ahead. And then I went into the Doppler radar recordings to where I show a lot. I prove a lot. Okay, and then our permacloud. And okay, now this one here was yet another really cool observational recording that I did, which shows a little bit of lightning flashes before a storm that we had gotten. Actually, I haven't watched this in a very long time, but we'll go ahead and get on past that. And let's see. Okay, not a sundog, blah, blah, blah. Structures in the cloud. A red sprite lightning. That was a good one there, which I just put into a link here recently. And this, wow. There was nothing really to be seen, I don't think. The first time that I recorded the skies being just orange as all get out. And this was, like I said, the first recording that I ever did of supreme orange skies, if you will. We'll go ahead and get out of that, just as an example. And the crepuscular rays, that was a really good one there too. But then I've got some, strange ones here. This right here, what the heck is this that I picked up in Otsego, Michigan many years ago as I was driving down M89, and I happened to look over. Yeah, back in the days when I was still driving. But anyways, I looked over and seen this really strange formation in the sky that just really did not make any sense, because it was vertical in nature and it was just kind of funky looking altogether. We'll get out of that. X marks the spot. Where in the heck did it go? Did I already bypass it? Man, I don't like it when I do that. Awesome sunblock. Okay, maybe it was a little bit later. And then unusual sundog. That was a pretty decent one, but again, that was one that got severely blurred out. X marks the spot, another X marks the spot. Sun halo, alright.
Okay, here we go. I don't know if I can really see it or not. It's almost directly overhead. First time I've ever witnessed this here in Michigan. I thought I better catch it before they completely blot it out.
And that was unfortunately whitewashed severely. Very irritating. Very, very irritating. Because that was really good. But so, okay, so after that, like I said, there was controversy that sparked up. And so I came out with what was recorded as five halos or suns, something like that, in Africa. And then I did a follow-up according to my reference book of sky phenomena and weather phenomena and all that. And of course I questioned this factor of sun dogs. This was another one that was severely whitewashed. And then we started getting really hit hard by the trails and streamers, and so I started to document all that, and of course just that many more issues came about. And then the real reasons for face masks. Very informative. Very, very informative. Okay, we had more orange skies. And remember, this goes, you know, these recordings go all the way back to 2017. And then from there on. And then I started getting more personal with my content pertaining to me. One of the last times that we actually had a very colorful autumn right here. Before they really started mucking up the skies and screwing up the weather and all that good stuff. So anyways, yeah. And then, one of my favorites of all times was the Conbo that I captured. Which at that given point in time, there was only one other example of this that was being shared on this platform. And I believe that was actually from Taiwan. And which was very reminiscent of this recording here. And of course, caught within a trail. Okay? Yep. And I tried to make this one go viral. But of course, this platform would not allow it because of the contrail issue. But anyways, now my battery is flashing. This is going on 10 minutes as well as almost 9 minutes from my previous recording. So, you know, all in all, people, now with this option of being able to go to be able to go back to my oldest of content. Yeah, this is just not focusing. It's made it a lot easier. So, you know, if you care to, and take up that option and check out some of my earliest recordings. And I will share the link to that halo that I first seen and recorded. It's not all that long. But anyways, take care. Have yourselves a great one. And come on back and join me once again on this flip side of reality. And thanks for watching, and have yourselves a great one.